Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Now in today's episode I'll be looking at the 2023 Champion Chase at Cheltenham Festival, and I have a very strong selection for the race. I have mentioned in a previous video before, but after the weekend results at Cheltenham yesterday, I think he's only strengthened his credential for the race, and I do think he's worth a bet right now. Now my selection for the race is Blue Lord. Now for Willie Mullins he is. I think he's definitely worth a bet now. He's currently 9-2 you can still get with Ladbrokes and Coral. That is normal anti-post betting markets and not non-runner no bet. But I do think 9-2 is definitely worth getting on right now, because I think he's going to go off a lot shorter on the day. And these are a few reasons why I think he will win the Champion Chase this year. So to start with, looking at the race yesterday in Clarence House, Energumene was very disappointing, and I was there at Cheltenham and I couldn't see any excuses as to why he got beat quite convincingly that day. He seemed very fit, ready for the race. He travelled well and just got very tired from up the home straight really. So I can't really see why Energumene is a banker for the Irish anymore, and I do think Willie Mullins will have to send Blue Lord now to the Champion Chase over the Ryanair, as he cannot think Energumene's a banker anymore, so he's going to have two horses running the race, I would have thought. He did make an excuse afterwards, Willie, saying the white fences, but I don't believe that at all. I just think Energumene wasn't good enough on the day. I do think you can knock him now for the Champion Chase, and I'm actually very surprised he's still a favourite around 13 to 8-6-4. I would have him bigger than that, as he just got beat convincingly by Editor Dugy and Edwardstone. So I couldn't be having Energumene anymore. But that also means I think Willie Mullins will have to send Blue Lord to the Champion Chase now. So I wouldn't be worried about the Ryanair factor. Blue Lord is going to run at Leopardstown next weekend, hopefully in Dublin Chase. Now he's odds-on favourite to win that, and I think he should win that. Paul Townend will likely ride him on the day, so Paul will have a good chance, and he will be able to pick whether he wants to ride Energumene and Blue Lord if they were both to turn up in the Champion Chase, and he could easily pick Blue Lord if Blue Lord bolts up next weekend. So he should get a good feel as to how the horses are, and I think the race is being set up perfectly for Blue Lord, as Energumene's had to travel over to the UK as well. So I do think Blue Lord, assuming he wins next weekend, which he should do, I think, and should do it really well, I think Paul Townend could actually ride Blue Lord in the Champion Chase if Willie was to send both of the horses there. And if that was the case, you wouldn't be getting 92 on the day. I think he could even go like 2-1 favourite on the day if Paul Townend was to ride him. I mean, I'm guessing that Paul Townend may stick with Energumene. It's complete guesswork right now, but he's definitely going to be contemplating that decision, I would have thought, closer to the time. So that's why I think 9-2 with Ladbrokes and Corey, they're the only two bookmakers to be offering that price still. He's raised 3-1-5-2 everywhere else, so I think 9-2 is definitely worth a chance in getting on that right now. Now looking at Edwardstone, I didn't think he travelled at all in the race yesterday. I thought he was struggling, but he finished really well. He had no excuses really to get beat after going neck up on Editor Dugy. He just got out-battled. In the race analysis on the Racing Post, you can see after the race, you can see Edwardstone was reported to have finished lame, which is not ideal. It seems we're 6 weeks out. Well, no one knows how serious it is. I'm surprised. I reckon it's nothing really, but still not ideal really. He'll have to miss a few bits of work. Only Alan King will know how much that is. But still not ideal for Edwardstone to be found lame after the race as well. And his bubbles burst a little bit, I'd say, as Editor Dugy was just very game. Now looking at Editor Dugy, who's around 9-2 as well, 5-1 for the Champion Chase, I think he left his race there yesterday at Cheltenham. He was so gutsy, and afterwards in the parade ring, he did look very tired, I thought. So I think that race would have taken a lot out of him, and I would be surprised if he could beat Blue Lord, as I think Blue Lord would be the fresh horse coming to Cheltenham in 6-7 weeks' time. So I wouldn't be having Editor Dugy just purely because, although he's been very good last two times, I just think that would have taken a lot out of him. So I'd be surprised if he could back that up again. And there's nothing really else in the race when you look at the market. Grenadine being next in at 12-1, but I fancy Blue Lord to beat him. And then you got Captain Guinness. So there's nothing else in the race really apart from the top four in the market. And I think Blue Lord has the strongest credentials when you look at them now, especially after looking at yesterday's results. I fancied him before yesterday's race, but I did feel Energumene would be a tough horse to beat. But now looking at it, I really think Blue Lord has strong chances. He's also an 8-year-old, so he is a year younger than the other 3 horses, which is no harm to him. He should be the younger, better horse. He's maturing now. He's got a good record at Cheltenham. He's finished second. He would have finished second in Supreme, and he finished third in the Arkle as well last year. So he's got good Cheltenham form. That's no harm. The way the Champion Chase will plan out, they'll go very fast up front, I would have thought, and it'll just suit him to sit off the pace. So I think he'll come with a strong late run. And I do think, all barring accidents and injuries, and Willie Mullins sends him to Champion Chase, I think Blue Lord is a cracking bet at 9-2 right now. So I would highly recommend putting a bet on him at 9-2, and he's one of my strongest selections for the week now. You can sign up to all my daily horse racing tips on my website, toms.racingtips.com. I do tips for every single day of the week, usually between 1 and 3 tips on average. In 2022, last year, I was plus 127.5 points, so it was a very profitable year. So hopefully this year will be as good, and we've got fantastic racing next weekend at Leopardstown, and then Cheltenham Festival as well, not too long away now. So hopefully you want to sign up on my website. It's only £20 a month to join. If you've got any questions about what membership involves, just let me know, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But thanks for listening, and come on Blue Lord at 9-2 for the Champion Chase.